Welcome everybody to FM1 Spotlight, where we from Republika FM1 get the chance and the absolute pleasure of connecting all the viewers out there with your favorite artists of today, be it local, international, whatever the case may be, but we are here for it. Today's guest on the show, and talk about a group to look out for, okay? Let me introduce to everyone watching, Eon, Cairo, Justin, also known as Nobody's Home. First and foremost, thanks for joining us today on FM1 Spotlight. We always love having some fresh faces and voices on here, and you guys actually fit the bill. As a group, you're kind of new to the scene, but I understand that music's been a big part of your lives, so I really would like to know, and I'm going to go ask Cairo a question first over here. When did you guys decide to come together and form Nobody's Home?
We started December 2019, 18, 19. Am I right, Ian?
It's your question,
still,
bro.
Yeah, you guys are still pretty young. You know, like what? You guys were 19 at the time.
18, actually.
18? Fresh out of high school?
Yeah.
That is
yes,
insane, bro. I can't get over it. Y'all making me feel old out here, but considering the fact that you guys are really young, and I got to throw this over to Justin real quick. Who, if any, would be your biggest musical influences as a group?
Ironically, for being a very young musician, most of our influences come from the 80s, like bands from the 80s. Because
absolutely love it.
Yeah, because of our growing up, we love listening to new wave, like specifically that genre from that era. So our influences come from the Police, Tears for Fears, Smiths, something like that. Michael Jackson, yeah, but heavily on more on Tears for Fears. Yeah,
you boys are. I don't want to sound super biased over here, but that's a lot of culture for a lot of young guns like yourselves. A lot of younger people out there don't even know the Police, don't even know about new wave. Goodness, it's all trap and whatever nowadays, man. But Eon, I would like to know, your dad's a freaking legend in the industry, but aside from him, right, and other artists in your family or growing up, which OPM song or artist inspired you to get into music?
Ooh, actually, that's a good question.
That's a good question. That's the first time I heard that.
Yeah. It's not so much what got me into music, because I think that's just something I've always wanted to do. But like what wanted me to keep going was just seeing all that kind of uprising of those new artists that came out like the past couple of years. Like like, I mean, they're pretty big names, but like Four of Spades, Saint Wolf, like seeing that sudden boom of like OPM artists coming out was kind of like, wow, it's a new times, a new era, and kind of want to be part of that. So that it's helped keep me around.
Yeah, it's great. You love to see this evolution in OPM, and there's so many different sounds coming out nowadays. You got your typical pop, and you got hip hop, and then you got guys like yourselves where you have a more retro feel. So let's talk about your sound in general. There's a lot of synth. There's a lot of elements that really gives off like an 80s vibe. What made you guys decide to go in that direction? Cairo, if you would be so willing to help me out over here.
I think it depends on like per song, but honestly, it was just it wasn't really that intentional. It was just that at the time we were like listening to a lot of stuff like Tears for Fears and all that. And it just so happened like in using computer music, synths were so easy to manipulate and just have access to. So they were just fun to play around. And having it synth based, it was there was a bit of an intention of actually incorporating it, but not exactly like a vision that we wanted to sound like this.
Right.
But definitely also because of influences, but it was basically just sort of driven by the fun of actually making music on your own through like a laptop and with the plugins or instruments that you have like in your home.
Cool. Yeah. I don't know how exactly one goes around to just playing around and eventually learning all of that, but it's impressive. You guys mentioned Tears for Fears, The Police, a lot of these other classic 80s artists. So, Justin, your latest release is actually a cover of a song from Cage the Elephant. It's called Cigarette Daydreams. Is this a personal favorite of the band? Or like, what was the reason for choosing to make a cover of this particular song?
Well, honestly, we were more into another song from the same artist, which is "Ain't No Rest for the Wicked," because
Oh, I love it.
yeah.
What? Nice.
Yeah, 'cause-
Best.
That's right. That's right.
If Ian were to answer this question, he would actually share a story where he would actually play a game called Borderlands, right, Ian? Is that
That's right.
Borderlands? Yeah, Borderlands. The soundtrack was "Ain't No Rest for the Wicked," so that was our like glimpse of what Cage the Elephant was to us before. So, but choosing this song, well, I guess, well, it's a famous song from this band now, I guess. And there was a sudden boom also of how this song became popular nowadays. I don't know how.
Yeah.
So like, I think that was a factor for us to cover this song, and it has this nostalgia feeling as well. So I guess
Yeah.
that goes with our sound because yeah, again we're influenced by 80s music, so it has that nostalgia factor. So yeah.
You know, I wouldn't be opposed to hearing "Ain't No Rest for the Wicked" from you guys. I'm just saying
Oh, yes.
it's an
Yeah.
all-time classic. It's right there.
Oh,
And
wow.
hey, money don't grow on trees, but I'm happy to see you boys on that grind.
Hey,
You like that? Yeah,
I like that.
right,
I like that. It's pretty
right.
good.
Look, I was actually checking out the artwork for your tracks on Spotify, and I really love that retro vibe that goes for your music as well. Is that something you guys are going to stick with for the near future, or will we perhaps be seeing Nobody's Home switch things up a bit?
For music, we actually chose the name Nobody's Home. That way we could explore genres a bit. Because
Okay,
we don't want to
okay,
be
that's an
locked
interesting
down
thing.
to like some band names just kind of give off a vibe, right? So Nobody's Home
Right.
we want to be a bit more vague. That way we had that open room to do whatever we wanted, right? We didn't want to just stick to the 80s sound and just be known for that. I mean, we're known for it right now, but eventually we do want to try some new stuff later down the road.
Right, right. This is just out of curiosity, but was there any other name you guys were considering perhaps before you decided on Nobody's Home?
Yeah, we were actually like we had another band name before because we found out there was another band called No One Is Home.
No one's home. Yeah.
No One's Home,
Okay.
also in the Philippines. So we
Oh, okay.
decided, I DM'd them and I told them out of respect, we can change our name since they were first, and then we changed it to Lost Signals, but that was kind of smelly, and decided to ask them if it was okay if we went back to Nobody's Home, and yeah, I guess
So
Lost
they were pretty cool with
Signals-
it.
They were cool with it, yeah,
Nice.
which is nice of them. We also were Blue Moon, but that was like super early on in high school almost. So yeah.
You know what? That's cool, man. Every band probably had like a name much earlier, which they changed. Case in point, Maroon 5, they were Kara's Flowers early on. So
I did not know that.
Oh, I did not know
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
either,
yeah.
actually.
a little bit of history. Oh, there you go again, make me feel old. No, but for real, and anyone can answer this question. You guys have a few songs out already. Is there any chance we're going to see like a full length album from Nobody's Home?
No.
Oh, wow, that's a yeah.
You know.
No. Yeah, maybe. We were thinking of it actually.
Right,
We'd like
right.
to do an album.
But
But,
for now, you're doing it per single, per
It's
like project.
It's pretty hard, like especially
Yeah.
recording amidst the pandemic.
Oh, tell me about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to record like a full length album and all the work, especially given that we're still in college, also balancing school and this, it's pretty hard. So Yeah, I think we're just gonna take it like one single at a time first, just sort of enjoy just creating, making music.
Hey man, you guys do you. I'm just happy to hear you guys already out there, and it's sounding really good. You're already building up quite a following. So, do you have any messages for your listeners, for any fans out there? Maybe something that they can look forward to.
Well, just want to thank all the fans. Thank you guys so much for just sticking with us. Like some of you since the beginning, some of you recent. No matter how long you've been with us, we appreciate it.
Good luck to you guys. I hope that you absolutely knock it out of the ballpark, and hopefully we get to see more performances in the future because it's really exciting. The sound that you guys have, it's classic to say
Thank
the
you.
least.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Hey, I said it earlier and I'll say it again. Nobody's Home, definitely a trio to look out for. And everybody watching, go ahead and check out their cover of Cigarette Daydreams. It's out everywhere and it's absolutely amazing. You will thank me later. Wishing you nothing but the best, boys. We're all excited for what the future holds for all three of you, Eon, Cairo, Justin, aka Nobody's Home. And thank you so much for dropping by Republika FM1.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
All right. Thank you.
Nobody's Home. Been an absolute pleasure having you guys on the show. My name is Zack. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time.
Shout out to Team Manila, available online through dailygrindstore.com, Team Manila Shopee, and Lazada stores.
Microphones on and cameras set. We've heard their sound, and now it's time for us to ask around. FM1 Spotlight on Republika, exclusively on FM1.